We've been a leader in banking for more than 100 years. You'll find us here, at home, on your phone, and everywhere you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Sponsored by Renaissance Bank.
Good morning, Northeast Mississippi. This is Newsbreak for Thursday, September 7th. I'm Brad Locke. Thanks for joining us. Just a reminder that Newsbreak comes to you every weekday at 7 a.m. You can watch it on djournal.com, Facebook, YouTube, or the Daily Journal's mobile apps for Apple and Android devices. Going to spend the next few minutes looking at news, sports, and weather for Northeast Mississippi. We'll start with the weather forecast for today. Sunny skies, high of just 78 degrees, low of 53, 10% chance of rain. More of the same going into the weekend. Friday, sunny skies, high of 80, low of 57, 10% chance of rain. Saturday, sunny with a high of 80, low of 57, 0% chance of rain. And Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 81, low of 56, 0% chance of rain. Let's take a look now at some of the top stories from the Daily Journal and djournal.com on this Thursday. Republican Auditor Stacey Pickering said the state's education department has underestimated the amount needed to fully fund the state schools. A private audit firm hired by the State Board of Education estimated that full funding of the Mississippi Adequate Education Program for the next fiscal year would require $2.47 billion. But Pickering released a statement on Wednesday saying that number is underfunded by about $733,000, according to calculations done by his office. MDE Communication Director Patrice Guilfoyle said the full funding amount presented to the Board of Education this summer was a preliminary estimate. She said final numbers will be presented to the board in December and then submitted to the 2018 legislature. Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves and Speaker Philip Gunn have called for a rewrite of MAEP, but they have been unable to find a consensus plan. Pickering has also called for change to the program. State leaders are reminding Mississippians they can go online to determine if they're registered to vote. They can also update their registration information. Secretary of State Delbert Hosemann and Governor Phil Bryant held a joint news conference on Wednesday to tout the online features. That web address is www.yallvote.sos.ms.gov. Hosemann said every eligible voting age citizen should use this lull between elections to go online and ensure their registration is correct. The legislature gave the authority to the Secretary of State's office to allow registered voters to change their address online, but lawmakers balk at allowing first-time voters to register online. People must still do that through the mail or in person. Hosemann said questions that came up during the 2016 elections now make him leery of online voter registration. A special kind of school bus designed to encourage young people to make good choices visited Tupelo Middle School this week. All Tupelo Middle School 7th graders got the Choice Bus experience on Tuesday and Wednesday. The traveling program, sponsored by State Farm, seeks to map a road to success for students. The Choice Bus is a school bus divided in half. In one half, students sit in what looks like a regular school bus and watch a video about the importance of education. The other half of the bus is designed to look like a jail cell, and students are walked through it to show them where bad decisions could eventually lead them. Chet Pinnock, a lead presenter for the Choice Bus, said the group's mission is to help increase high school graduation rates and decrease dropouts. According to Pinnock, about 75% of people who are incarcerated in the United States did not complete high school. And in sports, Lafayette's football team has so far not looked like the squad that won the Class 4A state title last year. The Commodores, now in Class 5A, are 0-3 entering Friday's annual Crosstown Classic against rival Oxford. Coach Michael Fair said some of the issues his team is dealing with include inexperience, turnovers, and penalties. Lafayette has only 5 starters back from last season. Randy Anderson, a sophomore, is the new quarterback. The early schedule hasn't been easy, as the 3 teams Lafayette has faced so far have a combined record of 8-1. Oxford is 2-1 and coming off a 22-0 win over at Grenada. The Chargers are led by senior linebacker Quentin Wilfon, who has 42 tackles and 2 sacks. For more on the stories I talked about today, be sure to pick up a copy of your Thursday Journal or visit djournal.com. Also want to remind you to check out a couple of the podcasts we produce here at the Journal. We've got The Memo, all things Northeast Mississippi news and entertainment with W. Derek Russell and Chris Kiefer. New episodes every Wednesday and Friday. Find it in iTunes or podcast apps or at memo.djournal.com. Be sure to check out Wednesday's episode. Bobby Harrison talks about a couple of big Mississippi museums that will be opening in the coming months. Also, Scott Morris talks about a book. Scott talks about a book on a Chickasaw leader, and Thomas Wells talks about his In Focus photo essay. Also, check out Double Coverage. It's a podcast about Ole Miss and Mississippi State sports with Parrish Alford and Logan Lowry. New episodes every Thursday. Find it in iTunes, your podcast apps, or at doublecoverage.djournal.com. Also, check us out on Twitter and Instagram at djournalnow. Give our Facebook page a like as well. That's it for Newsbreak on this Thursday. I'm Brad Locke. We'll see you next time.